What is up, really lamos? If you've been paying attention to the news or probably your social medias at all, you may have heard about this submarine that has been trapped underwater for the last 4 days. Or I should say lost, I guess. I don't really know. But if you are paying attention, you might notice that something is fishy about this entire story. There's a lot to look at here, so let's dive on in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my 5 outlandish, maybe conspiracy theory, whatever, explanations of what happened to that submarine. And the first one I want to give you actually is a legitimate explanation, quote unquote. The last one I'll give you is one that I actually personally subscribe to. So let's just see where that goes. But first, let's look at what didn't happen. Okay? The problem is it didn't just get lost. Although no one knows where it is, you're not just going to get lost driving a submarine. Just go up if you can. Problem solved. So that's not the issue. So the number 5 theory is equipment malfunction. I've heard the rumors that they were like several bolts on the door that was popping off before they even went to shore. That screams red flag. I wouldn't go if that was the case. Also, maybe the air pressure equalized that caused some drowsiness. But they also, I read an article just a few minutes ago, I'm trying to keep up with it, that they've heard some banging. So maybe they know more than me. I don't really know. Either way, equipment malfunction probably serves the most legitimate cause of what happened to this submarine. Maybe some water leaked in, maybe there's air or water pressure. Something wasn't right. But isn't that just a little too obvious? Let's get into the good stuff. Maybe it was attacked by a sea creature. I've seen a lot about the orca whales. I've seen a lot about, these giant sharks or whatever, and I don't think it was swallowed by a shark. But maybe it was attacked by like a giant squid or something. And hey, if you like that squid theory, let that subscribe button know what's cracking. Okay, the number 3 theory is, and if you've ever watched the movie Titanic 666, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It sounds like one of those cheesy, like, sea movies, if you will. But it's actually, I thought, a pretty good movie, all in all. Hopefully the church doesn't fire me for that. But I don't know where you'd even find that at, honestly. But if you get a chance, I do recommend checking that out. But the idea is that a third Titanic, like an exact replica, was going to take the exact same course, and like they got over where the Titanic sank, and the ghost of the passengers started haunting them. I actually kind of like that concept for this scenario. What if they wasn't attacked by a sea creature, but by paranormal, the ghost of the Titanic? You are invading their graves. They are out for vengeance. Something to think about if you're into the paranormal. The 4th theory, and this might be the most outlandish, I don't know. You're going to tell me what you think about it. What if they found Atlantis? We're talking about billionaires here. We're talking about people always doing the eccentric and living the extreme and all this other stuff. What if they moved in to Atlantis? Okay, probably not. But the number 1 theory, the one that I actually subscribe to, is that they faked their deaths. That's right, they're alive. The submarine thing was all a hoax. They was never lost, trapped, or even worried, because this is what happened. First off, there's 2 pieces of evidence. The whole bolts thing, it's a little bit too obvious, right? And I see a billionaire or a group of billionaires or whatever who wants to quit. wants to get out of the public spotlight, wants to maybe hang out with his buddy Jeffrey Epstein, who faked his own death and is living on an island somewhere. So maybe they just faked it to get out of society. I don't know. You have to tell me what you think. Maybe I'm crazy, but that's what I think happened, is that they just wanted to be somewhere else, and whole thing's a hoax. Faked their death, did the whole submarine thing. Everything kind of looks too perfect. They didn't have a beacon. They don't have the GPS locators. I mean, perfect storm for something to go wrong, right? You really want to sit there and let that happen to yourself? I don't think so. Not the San Francisco 49ers, but I'm definitely calling cap. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And share with your friends. They can make fun of me with you. Oh, I do say, Reginald, shall we take a cruise to see the Titanic? It's only $250,000 a ticket. Well, that sounds superb. That is a two-way trip, right? Right?